Okay, so here comes the opener. The first opening chord is preceded by a very quick pre-tremolo. So normally the actual flamenco tremolo is a 4-hit with the fingers. It's 5 mechanism altogether, but the fingers are usually 4. So it's like... But this is a whole other subject. I'm just saying that it's a quick pre-tremolo, but it's actually a classical tremolo that happens right before that, which is 3. So this is like a very quick pickup into the actual downbeat of 1. Okay? So just practice that a little bit. It should feel like one motion. Okay? If you want to break it down a little bit to get more clarity and articulation, then do that. That's by all means is always recommended, to break things down into smaller and smaller pieces so that you can control and clean up every aspect of the mechanism. But this is basically the move, you know? You go on the first string, A, M, I, and then thumb just brushes down. There's different kinds of hits in flamenco. Some are more choppy. Okay? In this lesson we don't have any of that. Actually we do. In that falseta, we're going to use that. So make sure that you don't confuse this kind of sound with this. This is much more strummed and played through. And roll, it has much more of a roll. It's a roll. The other one's a chop. So make sure that you're clear on the difference between the two. So let's do the lick. This is 1. And then you do 2 times in the left hand. Like that. So let's go one more time. 1, 2, 3. And then 4, 5, and 6 is a repetition of exactly the same as 1, 2, and 3. So 4, 5, 6. Okay? Now 7, 8 of the compás is the same element, only shorter. 7, 8, 9. Okay, let's just go up to here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Okay, the full length of 9 actually adds that little slur. 9, 10. We'll deal with 10, 11, 12, which is the remate, separately. So 9. One more time. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. So 9 is just strum the chord down, F chord, with a pinky, hammer on and pull off. And then now we're going to go to the remate. The remate is like a cadence. It's basically the word for an ending. So the remate that we're using is about 1 or 2 degrees above the most basic. The most basic that they used to play 100 years ago is, okay, that's like the most traditional. 10, 11, 12. Okay, so you should know that. 10, 11, 12. Okay, 10, 11, 12. And notice the movement of the thumb. That's what's really important. Most beginners, when I show them this remate, they always go, they want to play these notes with the fingers. That's the natural tendency, because this is the position of the arpeggio position, which is like first bass. However, in the remate, whether it's this one or even more elaborate ones, it's all done with a thumb. Now you cross over, and then you're doing rest stroke with a thumb. Now, just because you're doing rest stroke with a thumb, it doesn't mean you're like playing too hard or too heavy. And then here, this is the 12. This is 12 and, or just 12, depending on what comes after. You either play the and, or you don't. 11, 12. Now, the 12 is, again, this is kind of the chop motion that we talked about a minute ago, but only on one string. It's just one string. Usually, sometimes we have it like that with a whole chord, but in this case, in the case of this remate, the thumb actually does a free stroke, but it's a very specific movement. And pay attention to camera B, or the camera of just the right hand, where it kind of the thumb and the fingers close into each other. You see, they close into each other, and as they close into each other, the fingers go into the golpe, into the tap plate, and create that thing. So the combination of the note and the tap plate create that specific accent that you want. You see? Okay, so let's do it one more time from the top. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. Now, the remate that I'm actually doing is a little bit more elaborate. It's kind of ornamenting this aspect. Okay? So instead of going, we're going, so it's a little variation. This forward arpeggio is like a grace note that precedes this E, the second E. And listen carefully to the rhythm of how it rolls. 10, 11, 12, 10, 11, 11, 11. So that it goes just before the downbeat of 11. 10, 11, 12. So let's see how everything sounds together now. That's the first part. In the next clip, we'll discuss the variation.